over and I would be bossing everyone around. I think it's because I like to control things and tell people what to do, you know. So, yeah, I would love to direct someday. It's not in my goals plan at the moment, but there's a guy doing backhand springs over there. That's cool. But I do definitely want to explore and writing also. Genres I want to direct for. Sci-fi is way too complicated. I think I would start with doing comedy. I think that would be really fun to work with people because I like to improvise and I like to, you know, really have everyone involved. I wouldn't be the type of director that tells people what to do. I think it's important. It's really quite impressive. I would really want everyone to bring their sense of the character and what they want to say to a project. So, and I think comedy is such a fun way to explore everyone's unique attributes. And then, oh, it's like, where's Waldo? Except for Waldo's up there. Wait, you need to give him your hat so that I can find Waldo. Hi. Hi, I have a question. What was it like working with the other band members, like Galen in particular, and when you were like with them and everything?
Oh, like met Aaron?
Galen, she like teamed with him.
Yeah, have you met him?
No, I haven't.
I'll choose my words carefully then. No, Aaron Douglas is the actor who plays Galen Terrell, and he's such a riot. Like we just had so much fun. It was a little weird for us to have the romantic relationship that we did because we were more like brother and sister on set. We would make fun of each other and joke around and hang out together, which in a way is similar to the relationship he and Callie had, even though it turned into something more. But no, we just had tons of fun, and he's the kind of guy that if anything is not okay, or if he perceives that something isn't right with what's going on with a person, like, I don't know, there was too much garlic in the dressing and I didn't like it, he would go to the person who made it and tell them to change it and make sure that I got what I wanted. You know, like, he's just that kind of person. He also gets into people's business sometimes more than they want. But, you know, there's always two sides to those qualities. No, but we really had a blast. And it was him and everyone else. It was very much like a family more than anything. So it was good. With the mics down. Are you trying to talk to them?
Do you have any upcoming projects that you're working on?
Well,
it's sort of along the same lines.
Along the same lines, I'm doing the voice for a character in a comic book adaptation called God Killer, which I think is going very interesting. It's a low budget thing, but the writer-director's name is Matt Pizzolo. He's won a bunch of awards for his independent filmmaking, and he's really taken on this kind of do-it-yourself, and you know, if people aren't going to give you money to make something, you go out and you do it, which I really appreciate. It's made this incredible story that it really is art, and it's in a post-apocalyptic world. There's lots of violence and there's sex and all that, but I think the questions that it asks about how we live, which is similar to Avatar, it really helps us reflect on how we are with each other, with ourselves, and what that could lead to. And so it is, to me, similar in that way, and I've never done something like that, so I'm excited.
How would you get involved?
Is
what else? Okay, so Tiki Bar TV is a podcast that, what should we say about it? Dr. Tiki every week solves the world's problems with a tiki drink. And Jeff McPherson, who is Dr. Tiki, is a friend of mine, and we were living in close proximity. Actually, in Vancouver, the original Tiki Bar was in the same apartment building as mine. He lived right below me. That's where, and then he moved to LA, and that's actually where I filmed it. And it was just fun. We just did it for fun because we're friends, and it was good times.
How did you react to that?
Really cold. Sexy? No.
That's a really good question, and I'm trying
Really,
to think
Road Warriors?
when I found that.
WWF?
You know what? Edward James almost told me. Because he always knows everything.
What's that?
And he has Chris. He told me, he's like, don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Didn't even know yet. And again, I was in shock. I couldn't believe it after all he'd been through about questioning his identity and knowing who he was and how he related to everyone. I just like, really, people, really. But that to me, I think was a really cool.
Take both your arms, put on 2 bars,
exploration, and did make sense after that.
and then lean back, push it like that.
I was a little bit apprehensive about what it meant for my character. But I thought it was interesting and bold choice nonetheless.
I'm just gonna go outside and get a fresh air.
Now, a lot of youngsters with scripts help allegory his kind of things in the real world, human rights, torture, abortion, pretty much just sort of presenting as viewers make their approach. Were you affected by any of that as a cast member? Was there anything that caused you to work deeply about subjects or maybe change your opinion on something? Or have the effect on the actors or you were, okay, you got the script out?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I think we often had very heated discussions around the script reading table. Like when we would have the table read for the next episode, we would all be getting into upheavals about whether this was right and what this was saying, or if we were giving people too much, or if it was consistent with the character.
Outside, we'll be there.
Obviously, we all have our own beliefs and assumptions about the world, and then in the show, we're trying to present something in a way that, like you said, allows people to explore for themselves and isn't just saying, is this one way? But also the character may be very vested in something that's not something I believe in. And that, for me, I think was the most changing experience, because I really had to try on what it would be like to believe in something that doesn't feel true for me. That in my life, I live in a certain way and I think certain things and have values and ethics that now I have to show the world and character and make them believe that I think something totally opposite. It's like if you're doing a debate and you're debating one side and then you go on the other side and you have to fight for it and win them over. So I think that would be the part that really got me to explore things and look at the areas where I didn't want to go there. And so it was really cool. I learned a lot about myself in that process.